This weekend sees the return of the FA Cup. That's right, it's the second round with some non-league clubs still in the mix, looking for another cup upset. Of course, who will go through to round 3 with the big boys? That's right, we'll take a look at that. More next. That's right, folks, Batman's Game Around prediction video today. It's all about the second round of the FA Cup this coming weekend, and we'll get to it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to subscribe for FA Cup, Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear under one rooski, the likes of Wigan, Birmingham, and of course other League One and League Two clubs hoping to get themselves through to round 3, with the non-league clubs also in the mix, also trying to get that money round as Premier League and Championship clubs are introduced. We'll get to that in a minute. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. You know who you are. The members, the patrons, that's right. And of course, big shout out to you guys, that's right, for supporting the channel. But anyway, who will go through? Let's, of course, before that, recap who, of course, went out. Let's get into it with a recap of the first round of matches. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn the clock back to the last round, which was, of course, the first round. And these were the results on the screen right now. Of course, my picks on the left, the real deal was on the right. Let's get into it. Tamworth are through, beating Huddersfield, one of the first games of the round, if not the first game, knocking out a club that was in the Championship just last year, Huddersfield Town, 1-0 winners for them. No problems for Notts County, 5-1 winners over Alfreton. Rotherham are out as well, losing to Cheltenham. Doncaster came through the All League 2 affair, beating Barrow 1-0 on the night. Again, I did predict draws, of course. I did not know the news. I should have known the news, but I didn't. But now I do. So no draws in the first and at least the second round. Yeah, let's get it back into the results here. Of course, Morecambe coming out on top of the 2-0 win over Worthing. Exeter City, 8-goal thriller over Barnet. They went through in the end. Wigan taking out Carlisle with a 2-0 win. Brackley and Braintree was taking the penalties. Brackley coming out on top with that one. Wycombe with their amazing form right now. 3-2 winners over York. Bradford beating Aldershot. Gainsborough beating Hednesford in the battle of the non-league, coming out on top on penalties as well. Burton beating Scarborough 1-0. Tranmere losing to Oldham, of course, who now of non-league. Rochdale took it late, 4-3 lost to Bromley. Bolton are out as well, losing to Walsall. Wealdstone put up a shock of the round there, one of the shocks anyway, one of the winners over Grimsby. Bristol Rovers no problems against Western-super-Mare, they are through, 3-1 win. Solihull Moors put 3 past Maidstone. Stockport through, beating the Vegans, and of course Reading took out Fleetwood in the first batch of games. Into the bottom half of the round, these are those. Again, my predictions on the left, the real deal was on the right. Stevenage through against Gainsborough via penalties. Accrington beating Russell 2-0 on the road. Swindon with a 2-1 win over Colchester. Salford also, same scoreline over Shrewsbury. Crewe are out, losing to Dagenham. Redbridge. Port Vale are out, also losing to Barnsley. Chesterfield, they navigated Horsham. Charlton had to be taking the penalties, but they did etch pass ex-EFL club Southend United. Or Southend, yes, Southend United is Southend. Yeah. Maidenhead with a 2-1 loss to Crawley. Woking losing to Cambridge. Blackpool beating Gillingham. Tunbridge Wells losing to Harborough 4-1 there. Peterborough beating Newport County 6-goal thriller 4-2 in the end. Northampton Town losing to Kettering. MK Dons losing to their bitter rivals at Wimbledon 2-0 at Stadium MK. Sutton United just a 1-goal loss against Birmingham. Boreham Wood losing to Leyton Orient. Mansfield beating Curzon and Ashton 4-0. Harrogate beating Wrexham, a bit of a surprise there. And Chesham losing to Lincoln. Oh, wow. Those were the results. This is, of course, a link to our prediction league, which we do have for the FA Cup, and this is the current leaderboard as you see it from those games. As of right now, Shepherd is the kingpin there with 28 predictions right. Barrow Till I Die up there as well. Nathan Derbyshire in the bronze alongside Hans Worst. It could all change though, of course. Don't forget to check out the link if you want to get involved with the old prediction league. But we are now looking forward to these, which is the next round of games, and we're going to start with the top of the shop with, of course, this coming Friday's match between Harrogate Town and Gainsborough. Coming at you over at Harrogate Town again. I don't have too much data on this one, so a lot of these are going to go with my gut. Harrogate, of course, coming at you on 50% form for them right now, won 3 and lost 3 over the last 6. They are, of course, the EFL club in this world here. Up against Gainsborough, who have won 6 on the bounce, on 100% form for them. They have played each other 28 times since 2005. 15 wins for Harrogate, 7 wins for Gainsborough, 6 draws between the two sides. And the last time they played back in National League North in March 2018, Harrogate coming out on top with a big 2-0 win. Harrogate on the back of a 2-1 win over Gillingham. That was, of course, from this past weekend. Gainsborough beating Chester in the Football Trophy round 2 back on the 16th of November. We do have odds right here, right now, and the odds for this game is 9-4 on. Is your Harrogate 7-2 is the draw, 30-2 is your away win here. Which way am I going to swing on this one? Going to go with a shocker here. Opening day, Friday, all eyes on this one. Going to go with a Gainsborough victory here. They've got the momentum, they've got the form, and of course, they ain't too sloppy here. 2-1 winners, Gainsborough to take it. Let's go to Wealdstone now as they take on Wycombe Wanderers. That's, of course, early door kickoff on Saturday, November the 30th. Come at you over at Wealdstone. They're on 75% form for them right now, just one defeat in the last 6. Up against Wycombe, of course, 100% form for them right now. They are killing it over in League 1. They played each other 4 times since 2014. Nothing but Wealdstone, 4 for Wycombe. There's been 0 draws. Those 4 games were all friendlies, and of course, all victories for Wycombe over the last, I don't know, we're looking at 10 years or so. Wycombe on the back of that 3-2 win over Lincoln. Big win that was this past weekend over at League 1. Wealdstone on the back of that 1-1 draw against Eastleigh. Also, of course, don't forget they navigated past Grimsby, knocking out 1 EFL club in the last round. Can they make it 2 in the second successive round? 5-1 is your Wealdstone. 2019 on is your 29 on. Sorry, is your Wycombe. 4-1 is the draw. Wycombe are just playing too good right now, and they are a serious threat not only to get through to the big round 3, but also challenge in League 1. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Wycombe on the road, and into the hat they go for round 3. Let's go Salford. Let's go Cheltenham. Of course, coming at you over on Saturday as well at Salford. They played 5 times in 2019. 1 win for Salford, 3 for Cheltenham. There's been 1 draw between the two sides, 1 defeat of the last 6 for Salford under Carl Robinson right now. 67% form for them. Up against Cheltenham, also 1 defeat in the last 6. 75% form for them as well, both in League 2. Last time they played was in the league back in September this season. It was a 2-1 win for Salford, of course. Cheltenham got a recently good record against Cheltenham, just losing them once in the last 5. And that was, of course, the most recent match, though. Salford on the back of that draw against Doncaster. That's back on the 16th of November. Cheltenham on the back of that 1-0 win over Tranmere back on the 22nd of November. The odds for this one, though, Salford on 21-20 for the victory. 5-2 is the draw. 12-5 is the away win. Remember, when I say draw, I mean it will go to extra time, etc., etc. Salford have been playing good football of late. Going to give it to them here. 2-1 win in their own backyard. Walsall, Charlton at the Bescott coming at you this coming Saturday as well. A 3 o'clock kickoff. Walsall, 83% form for them right now. They are cooking with gas right now. Of course, they're looking pretty hot to trot over in League 2. I bet Charlton on 58% form for them right now. A couple of defeats in the last 6 for Nathan Jones' boys. Now, these two clubs have played 15 times since 1999. We have 2 wins for Walsall, 9 for Charlton. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at the Bescott, it was back in August 2022. It was in the Cup, back in the League Cup. It was a 1-0 win for Charlton a couple of seasons back. Meanwhile, the last time they played in the league, of course, it was a 2-0 win for Charlton as well in League 1. Charlton winning 4 in the bouts against Walsall, looking to make it 5 here. Of course, Walsall flying high in League 2. Charlton doing in a bit in League 1 at the moment. Walsall on the back of successive clean sheets as well. Charlton on the back of a loss against Huddersfield Town heading into this one. 31-20, you Walsall. 70-10, you Charlton. 12-5 is the draw. It's starting to get a little bit difficult for Nathan Jones right now. Gonna go with them to drag it out. Gonna drag it out to penalties. Gonna give it to them. Charlton to edge it, but it's not looking great for them at the moment. They need more wins, more consistency if they're going to be considered a real threat for the playoffs and more. But this is the cup. We're talking about the cup here, Dirk. Get on with it. It's Exeter City up against Chesterfield coming at you over at Exeter. Played each other 10 times since 2008. 3 wins for Exeter, 6 for Chesterfield. There's been 1 draw between the two sides. The hosts on 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 5. Up against Chesterfield, 2 defeats in the last 6. They're on 67% form for them over the last 6. Now they played 10 times, 6 wins for Chesterfield, 3 for Exeter, 1 draw. The last time they played at this venue, it was a 2-1 win for Exeter back in April 2018. That was in League 2. Exeter on the back of that 3-0 loss, though, to Wrexham, and haven't scored a goal in back-to-back games. They only scored 1 goal in the last 3, and that was against Charlton with a 1-0 win. Meanwhile, Chesterfield on the back of a 1-0 win over Barrow, of course, in the lead to get themselves back in reasonable consideration for maybe the playoffs this campaign. The odds here, though, Exeter are 30-10 for the victory. They, of course, are League 1 against Chesterfield, League 2, 2-1 for them. 23-10 is the draw. Exeter can be good. They've been a bit good. They've been a bit off of it of late, though. But I think they'll just edge this one. It's a long way to go for Chesterfield on this one. So I'm going to give it Exeter the benefit of the doubt. Let's go to Brisbane Road as Leyton Orient take on Oldham. Coming at you over at London. Played 26 times since 2004. 9 wins for the Orient, 8 wins for Oldham. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. The last time they played was way back in March 2022. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Leyton Orient on the back of just one defeat in the last 6 up against Oldham, also one defeat in the last 6, but 67% form for Oldham up against 75% form for the Orient. The last match was at Oldham back in March 2022. It was a 2-0 win for Oldham. That was in League 2. Meanwhile, last time they played at this very venue was a 4-0 win for the Orient, who've got back-to-back wins over Oldham over the course of the past 3 or 4 seasons ago. The Orient on the back of a 0-0 draw against Stevenage. They are unbeaten, though, in the last 4 in all competitions and all venues. Meanwhile, Oldham on the back of a 4-0 win over Tamworth to make it back-to-back clean sheets for them heading into this one. The odds right here, right now, we're looking at the Orient 11-8 on for the victory, 29-10 the draw, 10-3 is, of course, your Oldham. This could be another upset here. I'm going to lean towards Oldham, who I think are going to be, have got the tails up. They'll fancy their chances, coming down to London here for Oldham. It'll be a difficult match, but I think they might just have the edge momentum-wise, and I think they'll cause a bit of an upset. Let's go Barnsley. Let's go Bristol Rovers coming over at Oakwell on the Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs. Barnsley on 58% form for them right now. One defeat in the last 4. Up against Bristol Rovers, unbeaten in the last 4. They're on 50% though over the last 6. They have played 7 times, these two clubs, since 2018. 4 wins to Barnsley. Bristol Rovers with the 1 win and 2 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at Oakwell was this season, back in September 2024. Barnsley with a 2-1 win. In fact, they got back-to-back 2-1 wins at this very venue. They have won 3 on the bounce, at least 3 in the bounce against Bristol Rovers at this very venue. Can they make it 4 with this trip to Oakwell? Barnsley on the back of a 1-0 loss to Wigan. That makes it back-to-back games now without a win. Bristol Rovers on the back of that 1-0 win over Mansfield to make it back-to-back clean sheets for Bristol Rovers at the right time. 30-8 on is your Barnsley. They are favoured here. 29-10 is the draw. 4-1 is your away win. Barnsley, yeah, they've got the skin in the game, and they've got the recent history beating Bristol Rovers at this very venue. But Bristol Rovers do have the form right now. This could be a tricky one. It could get dragged the distance as well. But I'm going to back Barnsley at home, get the tails up, and go again. Meanwhile, Accrington take on Swindon Town, coming at you over in Accrington. They have played 11 times in 2006. 4 wins to Stanley, 5 wins for Swindon. There's been 2 draws between the two sides. Stanley, though, unbeaten in the last 6. They are cooking right now on 75% form. Up against Swindon, 50% form for them right now. Winless in the last 3. Of course, under Ian Holloway. The last time they played at this venue was a 2-2 draw this season, back in November 2024. Stanley, though, just 1 defeat against Swindon over the last 6. That was a 7-goal thriller in Accrington back in November 2023. Stanley, though, on the back of a 2-2 draw against Wimbledon to make it back-to-back 2-2 draws. Swindon on the back of that 3-2 loss to Morecambe, which was a bit of a surprise. 23-20 is your Stanley, 5-2 the draw, 11-5 is your away win. Stanley has been good. They've been grinding them out. I think they'll go again here. 1-0 winners over Swindon Town. Crawley Town against Lincoln. That's right. City, of course, coming out over at Crawley. It's an all-League One affair. They played 5 times in 2017, 3 for Crawley, 1 for Lincoln, 1 draw between the two sides. Crawley on 58% form for them right now, just 1 defeat under the last 6 under the new manager there. Of course, Lincoln, 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Spin it another way, 1 win in the last 4 for Lincoln. But they played 5 times since 2017. Crawley winning the last time, which was this season. It wasn't that long ago, about a month ago. 3-0 winners as it was for Crawley at this very venue. Meanwhile, Crawley on the back of that 1-0 win over Rotherham to make it back-to-back clean sheets. Up against Lincoln, losing to Wycombe this past weekend. 3-2 thriller there. Lincoln, of course, just the 1 win in the last 4, and that 1-0 win was a 5-0 demolition job of Man City's Academy in the Football League Trophy back in the 12th of November. The odds for this one, Crawley are 40-5 for the victory, 11-10 on your Lincoln, 5-2 is drawn. This could be an upset as well, looking at that form and the way things are rolling out there. But I got to back Scabula's boys there. 2-1 winners on the road against Crawley. Stevenage up against Mansfield. Wow. Coming at you over at Stevenage. That's right. Stevenage on the back of 33% form for them right now. Just 1 win in the last 6 up against Mansfield. Back-to-back defeats for them. They're on 58% form for them. Coming at you over the last 6 games. They played 22 times since 2008. 7 wins for Stevenage, 11 wins for Mansfield. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. And the last time they played over at Stevenage, it was a 0-0 draw way back in December 2022. That was in League 2, of course. They've already played this season at Mansfield. It was a 1-0 win for Stevenage, who have got just 1 win against Mansfield over the last 6, and that was the last one. Stevenage on the back of that 0-0 draw against Leyton Orient this past weekend. Meanwhile, Mansfield losing to Bristol Rovers to make it back-to-back losses. Back-to-back games without a goal as well for Mansfield. The odds for this one, though, we're looking at Stevenage are 31-20 for the victory, 17-10 near Mansfield, 23-10 the draw. It's tricky. Could go the wire, could go the distance, but I'm going to give it the edge. Mansfield Town on the road here. Get back to winning ways. Let's go to Peterborough up against Notts County. This will be spicy. This has a bit of spice about it. Peterborough, of course, are free scoring for them up and down the leagues and in the cup as well. Up against Notts County, also pretty prolific in front of goals as well. Of course, a division between the two sides, League 1 versus League 2. Played 21 times since 1993, 14 wins for the Posh, just 2 for Notts County, 5 draws between two sides. Peterborough, though, winning 4 of the last 6. They're on 67% form for them right now. Notts County just 1 defeat in the last 6, also on 67% form for them coming at you. Now, the last time that these two sides played competitively at this venue was also in the FA Cup, was a 2-0 win back in December 2016. The Posh are unbeaten against Notts County over the last 4 competitive games. Peterborough, though, losing to Reading last time around, of course, over in the league. Notts County drawing with Newport County 0-0 to make it back-to-back games without a goal. Concerning times in the front of net for the visitors on this one. The bookies here for this 2013 honors you Peterborough 31-10 is the draw, 50-4 is your away win. Going to go with the Posh victory. Will be goals here though, 5 in it, 3-2 winners. Peterborough taking it to the house. Stockport County against Brackley Town. That's coming at you as well. I'm going to have to do a bit of digging for the stats on this one. Stockport County, of course, of League 1. If I can get there. Where the bloody hell are you? Stockport, there you are. Up against who are you? Who are you? It's Brackley, that's right. Coming at you out of non-league. There'll be a spicy one coming at you over at Edgeley Park. Played 16 times since 2013. 4 for Stockport. 7 for Brackley. There's been 5 draws between the two sides. Stockport, though, winning 3 of the last 4. 67% form for them right now. Brackley just 1 defeat in the last 6. 75% form for them as well. Now, the last time they played over at this very venue was a 1-1 draw back in November 2018. That was in the National League North, that's right. Not Stockport County, though. Back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets. Of course, beating Burton last time around. Brackley losing a hashtag in the football trophy. 3-2 last time around. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Prior to that, though, a good couple of wins under their belt, beating Darlington, beating Buxton as well. But the bookies on this one, they are looking at it and they are saying, what are we saying? We're saying Stockport County 92 on. They are overwhelming favourites. 10-1 is your Brackley. 11-2 is the draw. Dragging it, of course, into extra time. Not me, though. 3-1 winners. Stockport taking it to the cleaners. Morecambe, they're up against Bradford in the Derek R. Adams derby. That's right. Played 23 times since 2005. 6 wins for Morecambe, 11 wins for Bradford. 6 draws between the two sides. Morecambe under Derek Adams. 50% form for them right now. 1-3, lost 3 over the last 6. Up against Bradford under Graham Alexander. Of course, just 1 win in the last 6. They're on 33% form for them. It is a poison chalice for Bradford. Nobody can get it right. Of course, this is taking place, though, over at Morecambe. The last time they played was earlier in this season, back in October. It was a 1-1 draw at this very venue. Morecambe, though, on the back of that 3-2 win over Swindon. We got Bradford losing to Rotherham in the Football League Trophy most recently with 1-0. The last victory was all the way back, a 3-1 win in the last round of the Cup against Aldershot. The odds, though, for this one looks like it could be a Morecambe victory. 7-2 is your Morecambe, 11-8 on is your Bradford, 14-5 is the draw. Am I going with a Morecambe victory? I am. Good. I'm up there. I'm thinking about it, digesting the numbers, and Morecambe to win this one in their own backyard. Cambridge up against Wigan. Oh, wow, coming at you over at Cambridge. That's right, under Gary Monk, 67% form for them right now. However, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Up against Wigan, just 1 defeat in the last 5. What are we looking at here? 5 here for them, 58% form for them. They've played 5 times since 2021. 3 wins for Cambridge, 1 win for Wigan, and 1 draw between the two sides. They did play each other just the other day, about a month ago, 19th of October. 2-0 winners it was for Cambridge, who got back-to-back wins over Wigan at this very venue. They're looking for a 3-peat. They're coming into this on the back of draws, of course, against Barnsley and then Northampton Town. Wigan, though, on the back of wins over Nottingham Forest in the Football League Trophy, and Barnsley as well in the league. The odds, though, for this one, Cambridge are 90-10 for the victory, 27-10. Yeah, Wigan, 12-5 is the draw. This could be another Cambridge victory here. I'm going with it, guys. Backing them for a 3-peat to go through to round 3 with the big boys. That's right. Who will join them? Will it be Wimbledon? Will it be Dagenham and Redbridge, of course, coming at you? Late kick-off on the Saturday, November the 30th. Played 11 times, these two clubs, since 2011. 6 wins for the Dons, 3 wins for Dagenham, and 2 draws between the two sides. 42% form for Wimbledon. Just 1 win in the last 4 up against Dagenham. 42% form for for them as well, without a win last 3. That's right. Played last time competitively at this very venue. It was a 1-0 win for Dagenham back in November 2015. That was in League 2. Wimbledon, though, losing to Walsall most recently. Dagenham losing to Tamworth in their respective non-league league. 29 on, though, is your Dons. 31-10 is your draw. 32 is your Dagenham. This could be an upset, but I'm going to go with a big, heavy scoreline here. 6 goals in, 4-2. Wow. Going in favour of Wimbledon. Let's go Kettering up against Doncaster Rovers. Coming at you over at Kettering. It's rolled into Sunday now, the 1st of December. The Christmas period is on now. Kettering on 90% form for them right now. They're cooking with gas, unbeaten in at least the last 9 games. Up against Doncaster on 75% form for them right now. Unbeaten in at least the last 6 games, but drawn 3 on the bounce. Now, they have played each other just the once in 2003. It was at this very venue. It was a 2-0 win for Doncaster, when, of course, both sides were in the National League. Kettering, though, on the back of a 2-0 win over Leyton in their respective league. Doncaster on the back of successive draws against Notts County, Salford, and now Carlisle. That's right. Bookies for this one, 7-1 is your Kettering, 3-1 on is your Doncaster. Red hot favourites, 9-2 is the draw. This is on Sunday. All eyes on this one. Could be a potential banana skin. Going with it as well. Going with an upset. 1-1. Penalty shootout. Kettering to take it to the house. What a game we got on here. It's the Stevie Bruce Derby. It's Blackpool. It's Birmingham. It's coming at Bloomfield Road. Played 19 times since 2003. 7 wins for Blackpool. 6 for Birmingham. There's been 6 draws between the two sides. Blackpool on 42% form for them right now. Just 1 win in the last 5. Up against the Brummies. 67% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. The last time they played over at this very venue was a 0-0 draw back in December 2022. Blackpool are unbeaten against Birmingham over the last 3. A couple of wins and a draw to boot. Blackpool on the back of a 2-1 loss to Bolton. That was back on the 23rd of November. Birmingham losing to Shrewsbury. Gareth Ainsworth's boys. What a debut that was. A big win for them as well. The bookies will go with Birmingham. They are 10-9 on for the victory. They're favoured here. 13-5 is your Blackpool at home. 14-5 is the draw. All eyes on this one, or a lot of eyes on this one. Early kickoff on the Sunday. Going with it. Yes, I'm doing it, guys. You know it. You know the drill. 3-1 winners Blackpool. Steve Bruce against his old boys. Taking it to the cleaners. Burton up against Tamworth over at the Pirelli. Also on Sunday, December the 1st. 58% form for Burton right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 5. They're cooking in a minute. Up against Tamworth. Just 1 win in the last 5. They're on 42% form for them right now. And they played each other 10 times since 2003. 4 wins for Burton, 2 for Tamworth. 4 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at this very venue was in the FA Cup. A qualifying round back in October 2007. Burton coming out on top with a 2-1 win. Burton on the back of a 3-0 loss to Stockport. Tamworth, though, picking up the big win. Important win over Dagenham in their respective league as well. The odds for this one, Burton and 94 on for the victory. 7-2 is your draw. 11-2 is your away win. Burton have been picking up the form here of late, and they look like they're going to get this win. But I'm going to chuck in a few more spanners in the works. Tamworth not been on great form. Yeah, Burton, very, very good at this moment in time, form-wise. But maybe they'll just get them on a bad day and put a spanner in the works. And then we get to the final 2, Reading. It's Harborough coming out of the Majeski on Sunday, December the 1st as well. The first time that these two clubs have played against each other. Reading on 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 5. Against Harborough, just 1 win in the last 4. 40% form for them over the last 6. Now, of course, Harborough beating Banbury most recently this past weekend on the 23rd of November. Reading picking up wins against Newport County. Football League Trophy South during the international weekends there, or midweeks. They did pick up a massive win against Peterborough in League One this past weekend. And then, of course, they'll have their tails up. I do think there's still an outside chance here, or a realistic chance for playoffs for Reading. But focus right here is in the cup and get past this banana skin. And it's going to be a bit of a banana skin. The odds, though, 11-1 on. They are overwhelming favourites. 20-1 is your Harborough. 72 is your draw. This would be a cracking game for Harborough. It is one of the bigger names in the hat here, despite what the situation that's going on with Reading. I do think they'll have too much power in the tank, and it could be a goal fest for Reading. 4-1 winners in the end. And then we go up with a bit of a ding-dong here. Solihull Moors, they ain't no slouches, up against Bromley. The last match of the round 2. Solihull Moors on 58% form for them right now. 2 defeats in the last 6. Up against Bromley, 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, they have played 19 times since 2016. 8 wins apiece and 3 draws. Now, these two sides last played competitively. Get this, back in May. This calendar year was in the National League playoff final. Bromley winning the ticket to get to the EFL. Bromley on the losing stick. So there's a bit of a score to be settled here. The last time they played over at Solihull, it was a 1-1 draw back in September 2023. Oh, wow. Now, of course, Solihull Moors on the back of a 4-3 loss to Hartlepool. That ain't no good preparation for this game. Bromley picking up the draw against Carlisle, and have been on a good bit of form of late as well. The odds here, 29-20 is your Solihull, 70-10 is your Bromley, 55-2 is the draw. This could go. I think I'm going for Solihull Moors to nick it here. Bit of a revenge here on the order, and of course that will seal their fate into round 3, where the big boys are in town. That are my predictions, guys. Don't forget to get involved with the Prediction League. It is free, and of course, hopefully, I will see you on the other side, guys, when we return for those predictions, which will be in 2025. But until then, smash the like, smash the subscribe. Catch you later. Until then, we're done.